We've been spending the last week or so making sure we are stocked up on everything we need during the COVID-19 pandemic. Toilet paper, disinfectant, food, the essentials. Well, here's something you need to put on your list: an advanced medical directive. Even if you already have one, you'll want to make sure it's in order. With more on what all that means is attorney Taylor Elizabeth Trapp from the offices of Tunnell and Raysor. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Now,
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
first of all, we don't want to alarm anyone. Before we start talking about advanced medical directives, it's not something that you just need whenever there's a health crisis. You should have one anyway, right?
Absolutely. It's good to have those documents in place along with all your other estate planning documents.
Okay, so tell people what it is.
So, first, I'd like to point out that there are a couple different names people use, and they all mean the same thing. You might hear people say advanced medical directive, advanced healthcare directive, or a healthcare power of attorney. They're all talking about the same document, just so people don't get confused. What these documents are is a written legal document that allows you to tell people what your values and desires are related to your health care and your end of life care. It essentially allows you to name a person who they typically call your agent to help make your healthcare decisions for you if you're unable to.
Okay.
It is extremely important, though, to note that the power of attorney for healthcare or the healthcare directive is not effective as long as you're still able to make sound decisions yourself. It only goes to an effect if you are incapacitated and unable to speak for yourself. So if you're still able to make decisions for yourself, you will be able to until you're unable to. You're not giving up that basic right just by having this document, which I think does scare some people. They think, I'm not going to be able to make any decisions. I don't want to have this document. It only goes into effect if you're incapacitated and unable to make those decisions.
So why can't I just tell my husband, hey, if I'm put on a ventilator and can't he make that decision for me?
So while most states do have a law in place that if you don't have a valid healthcare directive, that your spouse can legally make those decisions, that's not always the best way to go for two main reasons. One, not everyone's actually legally married to the person who they want to be able to make those decisions. And the second one is, in that moment that your husband's going to have to make that, he is likely going to be very on emotional roller coaster and not able to think clearly in order to make the best decisions. So it really is best to have those conversations well before they're needed. So that way you've decided together as a couple and it's written down on paper. So he doesn't even have to think in the panic of it. What did Lisa say? Oh, wait, I have a piece of paper that says this is what she wants done.
Gotcha. Okay, so what do I need to do to get one of these documents?
It's actually pretty simple. Most states, I know Maryland has this and Delaware has this, New York, a lot of the surrounding states actually have a form document that you can use that is a statutory form. And oftentimes, what it will do is it will list different scenarios and situations in which, if you have, let's say, cancer that they know they can't treat, or you're in a situation where you're going to be on hospice or life support, they list different situations out, and you can say what you would want to happen in those situations. You can get one of these documents very quickly. Like I said, a lot of times they are done by statutory form, so you could get them offline. I would suggest you go to an attorney, though, so they can fully explain what each part of the form actually says to you. But you can get one of these pretty quickly in a quick turnaround time as well.
So if we're in a situation where we're in a hospital, how do you get access to this document?
Oftentimes, hospitals will have an internal hospital document that you could actually get access to and use, or they will have copies of the statutory document for you to use as well. I will also let you know, I know attorneys from my firm and other attorneys, if you are in one of those moments where you have a couple of days, or the person just can't leave the hospital for whatever reason, oftentimes you can call up a law firm and they will make a hospital visit for you rather than an at-home visit.
This is really important, isn't it?
It definitely is an important document. It's not something a lot of people want to think about because it is one of the sadder things in life that you have to start to prepare for that. But I think it's important to remember that at that sad moment, you don't want any more stress on your loved family members or friends to make them make an instant decision right then and there. You
Hmm.
want to already know that something's set in place. So it's one less thing for them to worry about or think about or stress about.
Taylor Elizabeth Trapp with Tunnell and Raysor, thank you so much for joining us from your home and giving us this valuable
Absolutely.
information. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Bye, Lisa.
Bye.